Hey guys, my name is Citiac and welcome back to another episode of SnowFool here in City Skylines, where recently we've done a lot of expansions. We most recently got the new warehouses in, which is now delivering a lot of the goods to the industries and storing them, which is really handy, hooked up to the train lines. And previously we actually built our very own university, which we desperately needed because we had a lot of commercial complaining about not enough educated peeps. We've now got in the university, which is now creating those nerds. But those nerds now need some higher paying jobs, which is why we are going to be building our very own IT cluster within the city. Things are progressing, boys, and SnowFool is getting a little bit bigger every day, and a lot deeper as well because it's still snowing. Oh no, we're all going to get snowed in. We're all going to get snowed in. But guys, we're back anyway. If you are enjoying this series, please make sure you smash the like button down below. If you're new in here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But things are going swimmingly. We got the all these little kind of we basically built train yards, which is pretty sweet, which you can be storing some goods locally. These, I think, are a little bit lower now. Oh, this one's got 31% kind of currently filled, 1%, but there's more trains on the way, as you can now see, one pulling in. Absolutely beautiful. And then we built the other one down here as well, which I think at the moment this is probably one of the most used ones, due to the fact that there's more industry closer to this one than there is to this one. But when we build more industry over there, that one should get used a little bit more. Now the university is looking pretty beautiful right now. I don't think we are making any, no, we're not making any profit just yet. We do need to get some more academic works to take it to the next level. We smashed the students and the campus attractiveness, so let's give them some grant money for a dissertation right now. If we can get it to the next level or two, we might start attracting some more people from around the world. More monies means more students means... I mean, I never really make a profit off the schooling industry anyway, so it is what it is. But anyway, I have been saving this space here for our IT cluster. I mean, for where it's situated within the industry, short hop from, you know, the residents and all that kind of jazz, if I built more basic industry here, it's just going to cause more of a traffic issue. And I thought, you know what, since this is smack bang in the middle, this will be the perfect location for an IT cluster, for the high paying office jobs, so people can earn some extra money. What's going on here, by the way? I think we need to slightly elevate this road, don't we? Alright, bring you up, only ever so slightly, and then we'll utilize the alignment tool really quickly to grab you directly to there. So enter that in. Doesn't really change much anywhere else apart from making the incline there a little bit better. Right, glorious. So to basically be able to build an IT cluster, you first got to zone the area. So we'll do that real quick right now because we've got to add a zone specialization on it. So directly up, bam, 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 beautiful, ha ha ha. Now, I'm in two minds right now, because if I build an IT cluster, we're going to get some huge skyscrapers, like absolutely ridiculously huge, and I feel like it might look a little bit weird, kind of situated within this city. So I'm not too sure whether I whack a little bit of a high-rise ban on. Even with a high-rise ban, they're still quite big. They're still technically bigger than the high-density buildings over here. Because what an IT cluster thinks a high-rise band is not what normal places feel like a high-rise band is. But I don't want to save some more taller skyscrapers when we build over on this side. I'm not too sure. What I'll do is... Well, actually, we'll first put the specialization on it first. So we want a IT cluster. The other options are wall-to-wall, financial office buildings, and of course we've got the specialization as well. See, financial office buildings, I could do two kind of areas, couldn't I? I could do an IT cluster and the financial district. Yeah, I like the idea of also doing a financial district as well. Ooh, we're going to have to split this into two. Boys. So what if I do the financial district? Let me go for the smaller one. Maybe in the middle. Now, it's all the same. It's still industry related. And let me just kind of go to the edges with all of this. But you get in IT, financial. I can then build a bank in SnowFool. The Bank of SnowFool, which we can kind of then start to do some investments. Make some extra cash, which is always a good idea. Now, I've just tried to trim the edges, and it hasn't really gone to plan. But we'll try our best right now to smooth them all out. So I want to make sure that I don't have any other buildings seeping over. So this is going to be quite an interesting little area right now, isn't it? It's like an industry within an industry, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So specialization in these industries, we're going to go for our IT cluster, which will go around the outer side. And then we'll go for the financial buildings on the inner side. But I'll apply the high-rise ban on the outer. So if there are taller buildings in the middle, at least it looks like a stepping stone as it goes up and down, which I think would be quite cool. So high-rise ban we'll throw on the outer side. There we go, there we go. And then we'll start building these in. So does this area have water? It does not have water. So let's quickly sort this out. Alright, la-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da. Okay, sweet. Zoning wise, our IT kind of zoning right now, we'll place you first going down here and a little bit there. Now this is, it kind of just ends there, doesn't it? I feel like we can maybe, do I bulk it up a bit more? But I can't really go underneath because it doesn't really work out like that. I can save that space for something else, so I don't need to worry too much. Right, so we got the zoning there. We'll get some zoning here, which I think we might just kind of call it to there. We actually have this power line I need to get rid of as well. So kill that for just a minute, because we technically do not connect to over here. So I reckon we'll do it like on a diagonal. Just for now, so we can utilize it. So all this industry that I'm placing in, by the way, is mainly IT cluster stuff at the moment. So this will be our little bit of financial district zoning. Now I want to get some plazas and stuff in as well to make it quite nice. So we'll just go over this, a little bit of IT cluster, a little bit of financial, let it build itself up. See what I mean? Even with a high-rise ban, these buildings are still pretty much as big as the high-rises in the residential area. Right, okay, so I think you go to the park area and there's like a plaza kind of section, which is just here. And you only get a couple of variations, not really much to kind of pick from. But I'm just wondering what I can maybe squeeze in. There is other ones, right? I'm sure there's like other variations of it. Pedestrian areas, pedestrian plaza areas. I want to say there is. Is it within the content creator packs? I mean, we have these. It's like a small plaza. This is for the kind of the Japan kind of era style stuff. But it's all just kind of like awkward sizing in reality, isn't it? It's all kind of awkward sizing. So we'll just go back to these anyway. So that's more in the middle. I'm going to do like a little bit of a double plaza area just here. And then we'll utilize a... get some pathing involved right now. And we'll do it with trees. And we'll do like a little bit of a border going around. Oh, they're not going to allow me to snap in. Come on, boy. You can snap in. Alright, from there. Straight in. Six by 6. And then in. And then we'll connect this to connecting roads. So like that there. As it gets connected directly to the junction on the road. And I think that's the only one we're really going to be able to get away with. That to there. Maybe this to here. I'll throw him on there and one in then there. And that's a nice little center bit we can kind of work with. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll throw some trees and stuff in. This will now slowly start to build itself up. So would I squeeze in a bank at this point? So I'm just kind of going through the stuff right now. That's a police box, stuff like that. These are the banks. We have the small banks. We've got the large bank. And then we also have then the skyscraper bank, which is probably the perfect size to squeeze in within this vicinity, which I'm going to drop just there. I now have a bank with enough fine. Do you know what? Actually, move the bank just there. It's in perfect alignment for the pedestrianised zone section. See, that works out even better. That works out even better. Right, let it do what it's got to do. Let it grow. But apparently this is a high-rise ban. What is going on? What is going on here? I can't see how that is a high-rise ban. I really can't see how that's a high-rise ban. You lied. You lied to me right now, you fools. Okay, great stuff. So, we seem to have... Is there like an issue here? What's going on? The vehicles seem to keep backing themselves up. Is there like some type of a junction here that they're getting kind of stuck on? Yeah. Well, that will skedoodle them all now through. We should extend some of the path walking ways as well. So from this point, I'm going to bring it straight down there and there. And I'm going to bring this one straight down here as well. A little bit more connectivity, which is always a good little thing, isn't it? Yes. And we get more buildings all kind of added in. We'll, like, you know, fence it off with trees. This area looked really, really good. Okay, sweet, 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 sweet. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we can maybe throw in. We got some content. Content created trees? Ooh. I don't really check those out often enough, do I? Not really, no. Not really, no. Right, buildings are skedoodling. It will take a little bit of time to kind of build up. So, in terms of entry points, this is the only one from this direction. We have walkability going around. And is that as far as the zoning I've now got? Oh, the zoning here. I forgot to add some zoning in here. So, we'll go all the way around. We'll get it going down here as well. And then we'll get it on the one side of this section. And we'll go back by a 5. Give it a little bit extra. A little bit extra than the normal 4 that we normally get. There we go, there we go. And let's see how that gets on. Now, I know they don't cause any traffic, so I could pull it against that road there. But I want to see how this kind of area slightly now grows. Now, with building this in, we're obviously going to have to start thinking about more public transport. We currently have the metro loop going around. It's almost time for us to kind of create an additional loop going this way round as well. We've got all the trams that do connect, but we need to kind of intertwine them all with the underground metro. Now, the underground metro will use the same stations here, but there we'll kind of bend off it and then go back up in this direction. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Now, what we'll also do is we'll crisscross at said station. So where we've got the tram lines there, I can see it's maybe having one around here somewhere. Definitely one here, 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 there. And then we might bring a loop coming down there and then back up. I don't think we'll bring trams around here, would we? I mean, I could do, but it's quite a short little run. And just do this little corner here, which I can kind of service it with the metro line. It's probably the better way for me to go about doing it, to be honest with you. Okay. Sweet, 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 sweet. So, yeah, like I said, this area's going to take a little bit of a while to kind of all technically now grow. But the bank's in place. The bank is in place, the skyscraper bank. So reduces commercial zone crime using cash transport vans that safely deliver money. And I think a van has just now started to head out. Okay, very good. So, trees. Let's bulk up some trees in this area. So let me bring this down, shrimp slightly up. Let's go along here with some trees. Bring the shrimp down a bit now. Got to bulk it all up quite nicely. So not only creates like a little bit of a more of a natural sound barrier from the highway, but you know, you just gotta fill the air up. We gotta add in, give the clean oxygen breathing through the city. Right, this is pretty good then. So I'm only going to assume right now, I mean, we don't really have any industrial demand, so these will take a while to grow. But I'm only going to assume right now that we're now starting to get a few more jobs available, which is good to see. 5% unemployed as well, so we got to work on that a little bit better. I have a bit of residential and commercial demand. I might squeeze in some residential around here right now. There we go. Some residential just thrown in just there. And I'm going to throw in residential all the way around here as well. And it should have water. Yep. So spend those residential demands, bring them down, which will increase the industrial ever so slightly, which will then start to fill all that up as well. Right. All we got to do right now is just give it a little bit of time. And while we are giving it a little bit of time, we're going to think about then these metro lines. So if we're coming off here, we're going to have a bit that goes pretty much straight down. And I reckon we're going to crisscross something there. But because we're not bringing in trams down here, we don't need to kind of utilize the standard tram system. Now, this is going to be a very, very heavy industrialized area. And this will probably be the only mode of transport down here at this moment in time. So if we go with the content creator pack stuff, there's a couple of different variations of metro we can do. We got the bigger version just there. We even have one, I believe, that steps over. Yeah, like that. That's a pretty cool one, isn't it? It can step over quite gloriously on one of these. What other variations we got? We got some. We don't want to do an elevated one. We don't really want to do an elevated one. That's a nice little step over as well. It's just a shame the building's so big. Is that a train or a metro? That is a metro. This could work as well. I like the idea of it being down here as well. It's kind of like a cool idea. Because we got to bend, we got to bring it down and back up. So, you know, having it slightly down here is probably a good idea. Right, let me throw this in just to see how it looks. I put the bigger side on. I put the bigger side on this side. And we'll just, well, do I do it right in the junction, or do you reckon that's going to cause too much traffic? I'll pull it centered. Now, I know for a fact that it kind of slightly hangs over just there, but do you know what? You get away with that. The wall being directly on the road there, that actually works out fairly well. Now, I'm also going to do some walkability for some path. And we're going to create, even though they can't access this, they access it around here. I want to create a little bit of an overpass. So if I go up by a 6 and create here something like this, that then brings us right down to here. And then this, obviously, down to there. So no matter what side of the station you're kind of getting off on, you have this ability to get from there to over there without having to interact with any of the roads. Now, I also think there's an entry point for here. Yeah, I think the entry point is down here, which is even more, not awkward for us, but what I could do. And I don't know whether the game's going to allow me to have something so close to it. But I might have to do it like that. That. I'm hoping that works. So it kind of like goes up and over and then back on itself. And I want to try and implement something here as well to do the exact same, but that was difficult in itself, trying to make that work. So do the same thing again. And then bring this right down. So it's a fun little zigzag is what we're pretty much creating there. I kind of like the idea of it. Now, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I just want, for the aesthetics, that's how I want it. You know, that would be pretty cool. I already like this. I already like this quite a bit. So zoning's all in. We'll keep the zoning in right now. And that is then our little overpass for our little metro. We've got connections either side. Haven't we got to cross the road right now? We can use the overpasses to get from one side to the other. So that works out pretty well. So from that stop there, we're coming straight down and pretty much in. Nice. So next then, the next stop, because these are going to be spread out a little bit further, is going to be here that interacts with this tram line here. Now, the tramline metro, that comes within the normal stops there. Now, we don't technically have a stop here. The stops are there. So, back to the metro. And, wait, the metro stop... Wait, where? Hold on. Where's the stop? Again, sorry? I'm confused to where the metro stuff is now. What do they even look like? It's a little round circle building. Is it within this one, the transport hub? Ah, it's in the transport. That's why I couldn't find it. So ideally, we're going to want it here. That's where we're going to want it ideally. Now, it does mean we've now got to do some deletings. So we're going to pause. Now, delete that just to there. Place you directly in. Do we do it from there or from here? Now, we'll do it from here. There we go. And then the tram road, we get back in. Which we have been using. Was it the one with trees we were using here? No. No. Was we not? Not using one with trees? Am I elevated there? I think I'm elevated. Yeah. No, we wasn't using the one with trees, was we? So with that now in, pull it back into play mode. We shouldn't really have anything all messed up. I'll move those stops over to here now. So move it into here. It's a way that we can now crisscross with the metro and the tram line again. So it's quite a distance where there's no public transport here, but that to there is walkable. That to there is walkable. So this dead spot in the middle is walkable to both stations. So it's not the end of the world. Now, the only unfortunate thing is now we have to combine loops. So even if we got a station there, we have to then build one here because this is where two lines meet and crisscross. And then we have to build one, you know, maybe here or there where, you know, it's probably most likely going to be around here, which that's going to be difficult trying to get those lines to crisscross and connect. Like how we've done it here, even though they're so close by, but they're crisscrossing multiple tram lines with a metro line. So it just makes everything all connected. Now, this is going to be difficult because while we do need one here, we also need one technically here, but the road's bending. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain for us, isn't it? That is going to be a little bit of a pain. And it's going to now get rid. Oh no! I got a tunnel going underneath as well. You would want it there, which is so. It's actually quite close to there, isn't it? Right, if I come off this, the bend's still not going to work. If I did it there, we lose the connection here. I could do it here, but you're not getting the same angled bend. But it should still work. So unfortunately, we have to delete this. Delete, 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 delete. And I am now going to have to try and angle this in. So this will be an interesting little test right now. So if I bring that into, let's say there, right. And then back to my tram lines. And go for a connection, which is going to have to then slightly bend. Bring that out. So the connection works there. I think this is going to work. We've had to do some kind of configuring on it, but it should legit work. Right, have I got the wrong type of road right now? Because this one's now... Oh, this one's got trees on the side. Oh, okay, I get it. So we were using trees within the industry area, in the residential areas, and no trees... No, we use trees in some areas, but I'll try and keep the... We use trees down there, but we don't use trees here. Okay, we'll use some trees there. I've used different types of roads dotted around, haven't I? There's no trees on that one, so I'm trying to keep it to kind of theme. Right, with that all said, by the way, we haven't really lost anything, and that bend now has a little bit of a straight section for all of this. Which does then mean I'm going to have to then kind of configure where the trams then connect. So, we technically don't have a tram stop here until there. I'm now going to have to force an additional stop for these guys. Which is a lot more difficult to do than you assume. We've got a red and a blue one there. I need this light blue. Alright, take it from there. Stop. So both those routes now stop here. Granted, it's very, very close to this. Which I don't know how to move it down or just keep it there. Because there's one there. We'll keep that one in there anyway. But there is now one there. And obviously we have one here. But this is where the crisscross happens. So from there... Oh, I've missed the one here. I think I did that one first because of the bend. But then again, this one's not much different. So pause again. There is a slight bend on this you got to take into account. I wonder if it's... Okay, so it's short enough that it will connect here. Right, we get away with this. We get away with this. Nice. And then we'll move... Actually, play into play mode. No, actually, let's not pull into play mode. Right, why can't I make this go all the way through? I'm now just waiting for this to all technically update. Right, fast forward. Right, it's slowly updating. Right, this is annoying because am I in the right thing here? Oh, I'm on Metro. That's why I can't do it. I'm on Metro. Right, you there. You there. You here. You here. I was wondering why I couldn't do it, and I realised then I'm actually on Metro. Right, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. So not positioned how I'd probably want it more centralised, but it's because there's the bend there. Otherwise you're going to get two awkward bends on the go. Now, we're going to get the industry back in. That is now being deleted. And didn't lose any zoning there because we didn't technically have any in. And neither did we have any here as well. So while these are awfully close, you got to remember the whole purpose of this is because these kind of crisscross different routes. So the next one is going to be here. So pause. Delete. And we'll go off that one there for the road to be like that, which is actually not a tree road, so back to normal play. Now I wonder if these will automatically update themselves. While we wait, right, this is our perfect opportunity right now to implement. Oh, I didn't realise we're actually quite low here on the ground. Yes, this is our perfect opportunity to kind of implement some pathways. So we'll implement one there, and then we'll do one there. Alright, bring that to there. Does that get rid of that little bit of zoning? No, I got a rogue bit of zoning here, which we'll get rid of. And then did the same on this side as well. There we go. Straight down. Straight down. So crisscrossing there. They'll walk across that as a little crossing right there, but it just creates greater connectivity for this generalized area. So all very, very close, tightly squeezed together. And even though we do have this quite close over here running through, there's a big highway that separates. And anybody working over in this area, it's walkable. Hop on the tram, get to your stop. Good to go. Now, my options are that stop there, because I'm going to come off here. I could do a rogue little metro stop around here that then bends around to a connection here all the way down to there. Now we do have a stop just there, so again, pause and implement you in. Oh, I don't think I did the tram stop on the last one. Now this is not one with trees. Did I do the connections? Oh, they already did themselves. Perfect. Which I'm thinking this might do the same. The purple one's kind of straight connected in. It's just maybe a case of now waiting for the green one. Right, while we do wait, metro-wise, because the tram stop should automatically connect. Metro stop, then I had the ability to implement a small underground station. So just like how we got the trains over here, we can kind of do the same with the metro line. Now, I don't know whether it's worth the kind of doing something a little bit more extravagant. Multi-level metro hub. Oh, guys, I could literally do one like this, where we have the tram stop already. Is that weird to have a metro stop here? Like if I bought the road out by 4, public transport leads you in, road by 4. Is it weird to have it on an entrance? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but I need to get the university path back in. So campus path, liberal arts. I need the normal one, don't I? Trade school. Is it this one? University path, decorations. Right, that gets all that connected back in. I now crisscross my tram line here, which I put that there, and I get to then to there, where this then bends around. Yes, they're close together, but they crisscross so much stuff. And because I got to bend this line around here anyway to connect up to there to run down this, it just makes sense. I feel like we've kind of awkwardly skadoodled it through, but at the same time, it's perfect how it all kind of comes together. I don't know. It feels weird, but how the city's now intertwined and connected together, which is perfect. Now, we'll get it all set up next episode anyway, because we've got a lot of stuff I need to kind of do with the public transport to kind of move it in the right direction. Our kind of IT cluster slash financial hub right now looks pretty good. It doesn't stick out too bad to what I thought it was going to be. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, how's the bank doing? The bank has collected 0 cash just yet. I think I need to build some smaller banks started around, right? Some smaller local banks, which could be a good idea. But then again, there's nothing around for it to connect. There's no commercial. There's no commercial whatsoever. I mean, we do have a little bit of a commercial demand. I could squeeze in a little bit of commercial, boys, just to kind of give us a little bit of an oomph. So maybe I can get rid of you, and if I zone a little bit of commercial in, it'll provide some shopping for the people working in the offices, wouldn't it? That's kind of what it would do. So I've only put the bank there just for the sake of the financial district. And we got the little plaza. Can I throw some trees in here? Let's up the strength. There we go. A couple little trees in there just to kind of fill the gaps. Is there no zone in here? Oh, sorry. It's commercial. I've literally just put that in. You literally just put that in, Seniac. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? But great stuff. Great stuff. So That would have provided more jobs, but then again, we did add a little bit more residents in, so, you know, still 5% unemployed. But at least those higher educated levels, which nearly 50% of the whole population is highly educated, now has some higher paying jobs, which is slowly progressing us and moving us forward. So we'll see how much the city changes in the next episode when we build that additional loop. But I think at some point, boys, I'm going to start thinking about building the airport. Now, I'm not going to build... I don't know whether to build the airport DLC. We all know it never works. So I don't know whether to avoid it and just go for some standard ones or whatnot. The big metropolitan airport could be a good one. But I'm thinking here for an airport. What you guys reckon? There for an airport? It would look pretty good, wouldn't it? It would look pretty good, but we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see what happens. But we are going to end it here, guys. We've got some great progression, some great stuff all in order, ready to rock and roll. And I hope you guys do enjoy the series, the episode, and the foolishness that is about to ensue. But until next time, boys, I will see you all soon. So, good. Bye.